Question 1528. Given the conspiracy theory that transhumanism is the end goal of the trans movement, what enhancements are you most looking forward to?
Fuck, Dave.
Extendable arms.
What? How long?
Probably the length of half my living room, so I don't have to get up sometimes. That would be great.
You eradicate remote controls then. We go back to TVs that don't have remote controls.
Oh, no. It still takes more energy to fucking stretch across the room and knock the child over and push the dog out of the way to get to the TV than it does to reach the 3 inches to lift the remote.
I would
and in
say,
saying that, who the fuck watches TV anymore?
I'd say better 5G reception than I got from the vaccine.
I can't get my 5G injection.
Yeah.
I fucking tried twice.
Go to Ireland.
Pardon?
Go to Ireland.
There's so many things. Wait, I would wanna like Terminator style, like liquid metal shit, you know? That way you can just be like, I want like triple D tits today. No problem. We can go back to being normal tomorrow. Like, get all like muscular and tall for one day, and then yeah, you know, you're just gonna just change everything up. Exactly what what's her name? The fucking top lady peddling that bullshit.
Jennifer Billick.
Yes, Billick. Whatever.
You get the old like.
When I wrote this question, I was so tempted because I couldn't remember who exactly she was trying to blame for it all, and I was
George Soros and somebody else whose name I cannot remember.
Well, and I didn't know whether to.
Marine Rothblatt.
I was going to say that I dread to think the T1000 sort of sword arm things that he makes where it'll come out.
Yeah.
But generally will come out around turfs, I'd imagine.
No. See, I don't think Arden would use that. I think it'd come out a different shape.
Yeah, I was thinking Arden's would be a completely different shape and about 6 foot long.
That's fine. Whatever it takes.
Manda.
Downloading information. Being able to just do that. I don't know if you've ever seen there's a Joss Whedon show called Dollhouse. And that was one of the things. They were the dolls were people that they'd wipe their memories and then they'd like download, the character into it, and they would go off and be basically a sex toy to somebody. But the technology advanced to be able to just like take this information and download it directly into your brain, so you could like, speak Italian right away or be able to, I don't know, do whatever. It's cool.
To steal a line from the Matrix, I know Kung Fu now.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Well, I'm looking forward to immortality so that I can see the end of the world.
Why?
It is the transhumanist immortality cult, so I'm looking forward to the immortality.
You don't need immortality. We're going to be dead as a species in 30 years.
But with the immortality, I'd like that to just replace the parts that are getting old and then just go, oh, new parts now, young again.
Silent Adult says, just plug me into the Matrix, but not a boring film. Let me play all video games in first person, like Matrix style, but put my brain in that. Fair enough. Yeah, dude, there is a Sarah says, ability to listen to music with my microchip. You've already got a microchip.
And there is a guy in the 80s actually put a microchip in his head so he could pick up radio waves and actually control things with his mind in the 80s. So,
one of the professors at my university was trying that for wheelchair users so that you could control the wheelchair with like your thoughts, so you could like carry things on the wheelchair instead of using your hands to maneuver the wheelchair. And he was a bit of a lunatic.
Stephen Hawking never changed. You know his voice? Do you know that every time he upgraded his chair, he actually kept the original voice box that he made, and it caused so many problems with people to integrate that voice into it. But he actually kept, that's not a recreation or a computer-generated one. That is his voice from the get-go when he started using it. The same audio equipment right to the fucking end.
No, it wasn't. But
fucking was.
They switched it over, but the point is that switching it over to different equipment was hell because it did not want to make the
same noise.
voice.
Yeah,
and he refused to. It had to be the same.
it had to be the same.
God says, I'm most looking forward to Jaws 5, where Jaws spends all his time telling people about how it wants to be a penguin and not be judged. Nice.
Okay.
This is the point of what transhumanism is. First, it's
So Jaws is going to become another animal? Isn't that transspeciesism?
yeah. Dog says the ability to change into Baby Yoda so women would snuggle me. I'm thinking I really want this the silver skin. The ability to just transform on will. Yeah, I think that'd be doable.
Would it be X-Men style or would it be Terminator style, where some of
Terminator
the
style.
X-Men can,
Well,
do stuff
technically,
differently?
Terminator Genesis at the very end was a mesh of technology and organic material. So if you were considering a shapeshifter from X-Men being organic, and the very last Terminator Genesis, it was pretty much half organic as well.
It's how about like the ability to be able to transform Terminator Genesis into a good movie?
Yeah, I know it was a fucking awful movie, but the point still
Or transform the
stands.
Disney Star Wars into good movies?
The point still stands.
There are limits to what's possible here.
I was so fucking excited for it because it was all, this is the sequel it should be, and blah, 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 blah. No, fuck off, it wasn't great.
I didn't mind Dark Fate. I could tolerate that one, but that Genesis was awful.
Just
Fair enough.
nothing will beat Terminator 2. Nothing. It's just
No.
Sandy says, I'd be happy if all the parts I had now still worked. Stand by that. Theo says, ability to download all knowledge. That's going to be a game changer. And then what stupid people are going to do?
The trouble is, they will still only download bollocks of that.
You see, I think again, mentioning the
They
best,
will only download the conspiracies that they're peddling.
mentioning the best sci-fi show ever, Stargate SG-1. They actually did cover this, Dave, if you remember, with your bad memory, and they called it the link. It was a thing. It was like a wee L shape that they put on the side of their head, and they had nobody learned. Everybody stopped actually learning,
Yes.
because any information they wanted, and they stopped remembering, because any information that they wanted, they could just take instantly from it.
Yeah, but I think we're going to end up having that.
Pardon?
Our memories, we're going to end up having that because
Yes.
our memories are shit.
But you see, the whole point of it is now, it was used nefariously by a computer system to mask what was happening going around. And, small changes were made over time. Every time they remembered something, it was slightly changed, and they didn't remember the original.
No.
But did they also stop forgetting as well as stop remembering?
At the very end, the guy actually forgot. The computer system wiped his entire memory of his wife. All of his memories was there for the last 20, 30 years of his life or whatever it was. But the last 15 of his wife, completely gone. He doesn't even remember her being there. And she was dead. She died. And he doesn't even remember.
Yes, that's the worst thing. Is it's one of those things that I get with an awful lot of the God claims, that the fact that they think we're perfect and our brains are so fucked. There is nothing perfect about our brains. They are hung together.
Per dog, Andromeda, I actually have a small, it's that bad, it's good, I really like it with Andromeda, and Kevin Sorbo aside,
I actually was quite proud of the little response I gave to him on Twitter earlier. Actually, what was it he tweeted out? Just let me refresh my memory here.
Fuck, it was like, let's stop telling people to fucking drink and smoke and not touch kids.
Yeah,
and
he
just wear
said,
masks.
here's what he says. So when's the media going to tell people to not smoke cigarettes, drink excessive amounts of alcohol, eat fast food, or touch little kids? Or we just sticking to masks? And I said, my response is, we've been doing all that for about 25 years now. You remember it started about the same time you were last on TV. I was quite proud of that little jibe at him.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.